Hey, how's it going, everyone? So I'm gonna pick up my new 2022 Model Y, and I just want to make a list of things that I want you guys to check before you pick it up. Now let's get started. So here I am, pulling up to the dealership, and over here is all the cars that they actually delivered today. So most of the people are picking up their Tesla. If you look into your app, your Tesla app, it'll tell you the number where your Tesla is parked, and you can unlock it from there. So while you're on the outside, make sure you walk around your car and inspect the paint and the wheels. Make sure there's no scratches or dings. Now, one mistake I made was picking up too late. I only got about an hour or so before the sun sets. So use your time wisely. So one thing I'm looking for right here is the flushness of the window and the body. I'm also taking note of the gaps in between and seeing if it's symmetrical on each side, and I'm looking for weather stripping that is probably sticking out or not installed properly. Look down your body and see if anything's sticking out. It should be pretty straight. Now check all the interior panels and weather stripping, see if they're installed neatly, because there's been a lot of cases of it being sticking out and misaligned. Make sure all doors close properly. Now check if the tailgate latches on and sits flush with the body. Now be careful with the frunk, because you shouldn't slam it. It's really thin metal. As you can see, there's a gap on the right side of the car, whereas the driver's side, it's a lot smaller. Now I made this wedge over here with a black line, and the line is 6mm, so I can't stick it into the driver's side, but when I go to the passenger side, it actually falls in almost halfway. Now even though it's still within spec, that's sort of my check of the quality of the install. And another thing about the frunk is, instead of slamming it, you're supposed to lay it down and lean your body into it until you hear the latch onto the hood. And that's actually the proper way of shutting your frunk. So don't slam it. And here's the rear. I'm sticking it on the driver's side. It's partially going in, close to the 6mm mark. And towards the end, it's actually 6mm. Now going on the passenger side, I can't stick it in at all. Now given it does close properly, I didn't make a fuss about it. Now keep in mind, you're gonna have a lot of electronics to check, so I just chose the basic air conditioning, all the settings, and everything that I could really check, because since I was in a time crunch, the sun was setting, I want to spend more time checking the body, checking everything that requires more daylight to check. So don't spend too much time inside. I'm going to check your lights, interior lights, your hazards, make sure all 4 corners are blinking. If you have someone with you, you could check the lights. So your brake light, turn signal, park light, reverse light, headlight, high beam, all the basics. Make sure all your windows roll down and up properly. And make sure there's no noise, the seals. Now I found out that the rear window actually don't roll down all the way. As you can see, this is the farthest it'll go. Now, while you can check everything from the driver's side, also check the individual door switches also to see if it'll roll down the window all the way up and down. Now on the driver's side, you can press the button and it'll unlock for you. But there's actually an emergency switch where you pull, and that's the manual way of opening up the door. See, you just pull upwards and it's like a traditional door latch that you open. Now for the driver's seat and the passenger seat, you want to try out all the functions: forward, reverse, tilt forward, tilt back. That round button right there is actually a lumbar support, so you want to extend it all the way and all the way back. Make sure everything works properly. Now for the rear, make sure you drop the seat down and look for alignment issues. Make sure it drops down evenly. Now while you're in the trunk, there's going to be a kit for your charger. Now inside the kit, that's your adapter for your wall outlet. That's 110. Your house wallet. It's a very slow charger. That's going to attach. That's an adapter for if you were to use a generic charging station. You're going to need that. This is your inverter. And your charging cable and head. And for certain states, which requires a front license plate, you're gonna have to put your temp plate in front so you don't get pulled over. So after you're done with your inspection, take notes of everything that you found wrong, and don't even bother telling the service writer unless it's something major, because all he's gonna do is tell you to go on your app and schedule an appointment. If it's something small, a mobile technician can come meet you and fix it. But if it's something big, say like you have to align the trunk or align the rear tailgate, you're going to need to schedule another time to bring it to the center so that they can work on it. And that could take up most of the day.